What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back with my YouTube channel, Good Talk Gaming. Check this out. So, the end of the last episode, guys, I wanted to apologize. Boy, did it feel bad to have kind of a long day of recording different things, and then to have it end on a really sour note for me, which is just having my entire party going to be destroyed by a group of Alps we weren't prepared to fight. That is a really big feel bad situation in the world of Battle Brothers, and having to like reload a save and all that stuff. I hate doing that on camera. I feel like it breaks the immersion, and honestly, it sucks. So, check this out. When I reloaded, if you remember from the last episode, we had an opportunity to fight three Alps, and we missed them. Dawn came and they disappeared. So now, as I reloaded and went to fight in this undead tomb, they're standing like right on top of it. So it's showing here we're just fighting Alps, but be prepared because we may also be fighting the undead. And three Alps is a much more manageable number. They can only summon six of those little like shadow demons a turn. Yeah, there's 16 enemies on the field. That means that we are 100% fighting with the undead here. And we're going to need to get all of our two-handers out and hope to land hits, because every shot we miss sets us really far back. And we need to start making moves towards an Alp. And if the undead are here, we don't know exactly where they are. Man, if it wasn't nighttime. Can we step out here and shoot this guy? 38% chance. Pretty big fail. Let's start moving backwards. And we're going to stick together. I'm not 100% sure. The boundary to the realm of dreams is erased here, allowing living nightmares to manifest. I don't think we want to step in this stuff. It's kind of the big general idea. If we can help it, we should not leave brothers standing inside of it. And since we're like physically unthreatened right now, we can kind of move however we want. We don't have to worry about having a front line and a back line. Wherever the zombies are, they're going to take a minute to get to us. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were also fighting the Alps. Can we step? No. Yeah, and he's going to run. Dang, we have to get out of this. Bill Hook. Going for the easiest shots. Wherever we have the most brothers. Like here, I mean, we had like a huge, what's essentially a surround. That was a bad shot. We should have went for them. 51, 61. Yeah, missing 61s feels real bad. Keep moving. We need to close the distance with them. We could drop a dog. Dogs are really good against Alps. Because Alps physically are super weak. We just need to... Oh my god, here they come. Hopefully they're up there summoning the undead, or summoning these like nightmares against the undead. Damn. Yeah, missing all those shots was terrible. Mostly because we're kind of stuck in there now. Luckily it dissipates after a while, but 100%, yeah, they're going to summon more. I guess the other Alps really are fighting the undead, which is great for us. Let's use Adrenaline here, and we should be able to get the first attack off. 65, that should have been another 65. Good. Oh no, my bad. Dang it. So unused to fighting these enemies. Making rookie mistakes. What a wild fight, though. I want to, like, circumvent the dream area. I don't want to stand inside of there. Nice. But if I can, I want to keep my company together. This is going to be a long fight. Good hit, and we've got him bleeding. Sounds like they've managed to stop one of the Alps, or maybe they're just caught up really hard on all the different shadow creatures. We don't know what the undead force looks like, but we can see some armored Wiedergangers, so they're at the very least not a pushover group. So we're kind of split in two right now. Ooh, there's an Alp below us. And I imagine there's also probably one up here. Can we see him? No, we can't. Step down. Nice. Nice. We needed these types of hits. And we're going to step in here to give ourselves a better surround in this area. And now we're going to move. We're going to stay low. Oh, damn. I did it again. My bad, guys. I hate making those type of mistakes. I don't want to... I think if we leave a brother at the end of a turn, standing inside of that, it spawns extra nightmares. So, like, whatever we do, we just don't want to end up standing in there at the end of our turn, if we can help it. And in some cases, we can't. But if we're in the meantime, we're closing the distance on one of the Alps, then I think we're doing fine. So, what did we pick up from him? I think that's one of his eyes. It's like the third eye or something weird like that. You can also get their skin, and you can get like a mask. That's pretty bad. Oh no, there are Geists. Okay. See what we can do. Big miss. Step up here. And because we missed this, we can't also move. That's what's terrible. And if we move forward with Skibo, I think it's time. We can't avoid the zombies forever. They're trickling towards us. So let's take the fight on our terms with our formation. But we can't leave anyone alone, because what's going to happen is he's going to summon that like dark cloud here if he doesn't run. And that's going to put 2 dudes on Skibo, and Skibo may not be able to handle that many. Doing fine. We don't know if the other Alp is dead yet. Having our banner out is also nice. We can drop a dog, and I think I will. I don't like how low Wonton is, and if I can give this one Wiederganger another target, I'm happy to do that. Good, we made him run. But that's a lot of Geists. Let's keep Janold and Skibo together. Good hit. Get out of the murky shadows. And if we can land this, we feel like a genius. But if we fail there and then take a hard hit on Wonton, we feel really dumb. Okay, we're going to step here instead of into a triple surround. I think Fritz can also go down there. What do we got? We'll take that. I think 3 is probably enough to deal with 1 Alp. But we need to lock him down before he runs away. Whatever crafting ingredients we're going to get from him, we want to get him. He may be off the battlefield now. Okay, the dog runs, but not the Battle Brothers. Let's see if we can get this Geist. Dang. Pole hammers do big damage if they can hit, but if they can't hit, it's like, there's no real point. Or are we going to get him? We do. Alright, so we've got him locked down. I think we've got this fight, guys. It was pretty scary looking in the beginning, and I think we still want to support Skibo if we can. Boom. That feels good. Step up onto the Geist. Let's not let them evade us. One second, guys. Got an important text here. And I'm good to go. Okay. I saw something cool this morning that I wanted to kind of share with you guys. There was a Reddit post, and I don't spend all my time on Reddit, but my favorite Reddit is definitely the Total War community one. And there was a post this morning that I just wanted to share, just as a YouTube channel that deals in, you know, the positive side of video gaming, just kind of what I've wanted my channel to be about. There was a guy who was dying of leukemia, and he was just a few days away from death, according to the post. And the guy's older brother basically reached out to the game developers and like the Reddit community to see if anyone could get him a game key before he passed away, and they were able to do that for him, and I thought that was pretty cool. So there we were able to actually kill both of the nightmares, so we're basically just stalling, buying time. I don't like how these have managed to kind of close the distance with us. We might have to pull Ozzy back to make sure he doesn't get caught out. Because in a melee like this, the pole hammer is just not an effective weapon. Yeah, he does get caught out. We don't have good chances on these things, but we need to get rid of them as fast as we can. Down goes a dog. I think we can step up. Yes. Perfect. Okay. So Isaac is routed. Damn. Missing as many attacks as we have has been pretty brutal. Missing 255s there was also rough, because we could have tried to take out both of the nightmares. Okay, that's one down. Man, unfortunately we need to use... Yeah, okay. He didn't take any damage, thankfully. Hopefully he rallies, because we really need him. I was going to say, the only source we have right now is Wonton Fu. He's the only one who can give us that rally the troops. We're going to step in here to add another target. So Skibo's going to take some damage from this nightmare. Damn, and now our Thane is running. Finally. We should be able to pull him back. We went for the 73 to help out here. Well, with no Geists, this is just a straight zombie brawl. Rally to bring back our Thane. Yeah, just, man, missing those two shots on the out was pretty brutal. We could have chosen to stick together a little harder, but I didn't realize there were so many zombies over here that we couldn't see. If we can get some help, we need to. Alright, let's see what happens. 2 more. Solid. That was a big hit on Svarog. Man, surprised we landed that. Now, Wiedergangers can pick up weapons now. That's a new thing that they can do. Man, I was hoping we could just get that kill. And then use our buddy on the high ground here, Fritz. Just whiff city in here. So nighttime is not supposed to affect it's not supposed to affect melee skills. Hopefully you come back, buddy. Come on, Isaac. There's no one there. Alright, one step closer with Ozzy. Yeah, I'm really just worried about Wonton right now. Alright, I'm a little less worried. Step here. And let's move down as far as we can. They are almost gone. Can we get the kill? Yes! Thank goodness. And a kill there would also be welcome. And having that high ground position was great. It just gave us such a better chance to finally kill those nightmares who are decently hard to hit. So just one left. I can't believe we're doing it. And Isaac hasn't completely run off the battlefield yet. Just get everybody in the range that we can. And fully expect someone else to reanimate. That was a good shot. Actually, no. Leave him down here. And what do we have left but one nothing zombie? Yeah, and that was the mask. If you looked at the item that it showed us, I think that's the most expensive one. It may not be the most useful in crafting, but I think it's the most expensive one. And I've had events before where people show up and try and buy it off me. Come on, man. No more. Perfect. I was going to say, and if someone pops up, please let me put him down instantly. Zombie gets one more zombie bite. And this should be the end. Oh my gosh, what a fight. That was a 20-minute fight. Our first Alp kills, and we were able to pick up Petrified Scream and a third eye. But we also got our first augmentation here, metal plates and rivets. So plus 30 durability for minus 3 maximum fatigue. It says thick metal plates that are riveted to the underlying armor, very crude but an easy way to quickly add protection. So we're going to give that to someone who can handle the minus 3 fatigue. But what a way to kill two birds with one stone. And now we're free to do kind of whatever we want, but we may not be in the best shape. Yeah, you'll see here we've got injuries across the board. We got a level on Wonton, so let's see what we want to do with that. Almost certainly just taking Battle Forged here. We've got Rally, we've got Fortified Mind. We don't need, I don't know how many like non-fighting type abilities we need to put on him. We just need to get him tanky and hope for good rolls. Boom, that's a 3. That's a good one. A 4 in Fatigue. And then probably just another 4 in his Resolve. That puts him up to 95. That's really good. Definitely don't want to go over 100. I don't know how much benefit there is to that. All it's doing is making him have a really effective rally, which he already does. So whenever we get the chance, we'll probably just put more points in melee defense. Always putting points in melee skill. And then here, oh, we still have this perk from Leisure Side that we didn't do. And I think I made up my mind. I'm just going to make him a Polearm Master. And hope that we pick up something amazing down the road. But at the end of the day, I mean, we've quickly put ourselves into these bill hooks. And that's, I mean, that's a tier 3 polearm, so we can't really hope for much better than that. But we have to check out our situation here. We're good on food. What do we need? Oh my god, we're going to run out of tools in just a second. Man, we might have to go back. That was a rough fight. That was not an easy, you know, take no damage type of fight. What can we do? Well, first off, let's give someone the metal plates and rivets. We could just put it on the sellsword's hide. But I mean, the weakness of this armor isn't that it needs more durability. It's that it needs some other type of augmentation. Honestly, that we can't really get yet because we can't craft because we're stuck in that one little area. So I'm looking at like our second best armor. And I think those are our mail hauberks, of which we only have 2. Yeah. So you know what? Let's give that to, who's also wearing the other one? Is it Wonton? Let's give it to Isaac. And you can see there, it actually augments the way it looks. So now that's 180, but a maximum fatigue of minus 21. He can handle it. And yeah, we don't need any of this. We can just sell all this once we get a chance. So let's, honestly, we just need to head back to Dornan now. That fight was a little too rough. And if we see another suitable fight along the way, we can certainly take it. So it just turned dawn right as we ended that fight, which means if we had waited like another second, those Alps would have disappeared and we never would have got a chance to get them. But we're sitting on 2 crafting items, 2 really rare ones that we don't have any means of taking advantage of yet. We're still waiting for House Austin to go back to neutral on us. I don't know if they need to be all the way to neutral. I think it goes from hostile to threatening, and then from threatening to something else, and then from there to neutral. We just need to get to that mysterious 3rd tier, and then we'll be fine. So during camp, flesh torn asunder, parts of man rendered unfamiliar. Oh, this is what happens when you have flagellants in your party. A copper stench in the air, these are the things you find when beckoned by a brother's call. Leisure Side the flagellant stooped over on a stump, his whole body unmoving save for his arm, which flicks a glass and thorn-peppered whip against his own back. A gargling belch draws your eyes to Wonton Fu the Faithful, who has been over the tall grass losing his lunch. Sensing that he is disturbing the others, Leisure Side cracks something of a smile that doesn't falter an inch to the horror he's committing to his own hide. Fear not the Reaper, Wonton Fu. I love saying that dude's name. I shall bleed even more in favor of saving your soul. So if if you watched our last playthrough, we had a monk and we also had a flagellant who are kind of like two sides to the same coin in this game. They they interact with a lot of different events, and funnily enough, by the end of our campaign, our monk ended up being a flagellant, and I think one of our flagellants ended up being a monk. They ended up like switching sides after hundreds and hundreds of days of play, but it ended up happening. It was pretty cool because they ended up getting all these different, actual stat bonuses from switching. So he increases his mood, but he does suffer wounds, which is not really that big of a deal because we're already hurt anyway. So while we're recovering, it's better that that happened now instead of, right before a major fight. So let's head into Dornan. We're timing it almost perfectly. Right as we enter its dawn. Hopefully they have tools for us, and they do, but they're extremely expensive. But we can't really be choosy. They're one of the only places we can buy them. We can sell off all the cool orc weapons we picked up, because we really have no use for them. I don't want to sell an arming sword at 1%, that's just a waste of money. We can definitely make some money off of it if we just repair it. We can't make any money off of it at tools at this price. But if we don't buy any tools, we won't have any tools to repair our actual armor that we're using. And the prices have gone back up here in the Fletcher, so we can't make use of the heavy bow. Or the heavy crossbow, that is. Mercenaries. Hungry hounds. Yeah, no. Let's head over to Brockburg and hope that maybe they have some much cheaper tools, and maybe we'll find a supply caravan or something along the way that we can attack. I don't want to kill peasants. And I think they're from a place that if we killed them, they would be pretty mad at us. If they have tools here, we want to buy all of them, and they certainly do. And we lost a dog in that last engagement, so we should probably get another one. Anything good in here? Anything useful? Not especially. But we can check the armor just to see what they have. Sadly, nothing we can afford right now. Check the weaponsmith for anything unique. And there's nothing. So good prices on the dogs in the kennels. We're unfortunately not rolling in enough dough that we can just buy armored dogs. But who lost it? I think it was Svarog's dog that died. So we're going to give him Lasher. Which sounds way more like a reindeer name than a war dog name. I bet if we went down here, there would be some sort of place we could fight. But like I said, I am looking to go back north. But if we could just find a fight down here that we could take some raiders or something, get some gear. We could sell, make a few more crowns, and have a couple extra days worth of traveling that we can do. We're kind of making a bit of a gamble here. Yeah, unless we see something over here, this is going to have been about a waste of a day. Which hurts. But in the meantime, I mean, we are repairing our tools, or we are repairing our armor. Our brothers are all healed. And you know what, we can fix that. And maybe when we draw close to Camp Waiter, they'll send out a group after us. Certainly if we get close to their watchtower. I don't know how much of a fight we want. A trading caravan. That might be worth attacking. Yep, from Weisendorf. We can just go ahead and take them out. Hopefully we get something good that made that entire day worth wandering around. So we're, man, it's weird. We're taking all these highly irregular fights right now. Fighting at night is totally against our build. We'll just pass. We'll move forward with these three, just to speed this whole battle up. Because we're trying to get to that donkey. I assumed someone would drop down and try and stop us. What we can do now is take a point-blank crossbow shot, which does a ton of damage and has really high accuracy. Yeah. It's a cool little strat. If you've got enough fatigue or whatever, you can keep your crossbow loaded, almost like keeping one in the chamber. Jump in, shoot them, and then switch with quick hands. And in a single turn, you can do a lot of burst damage. Alright, and that's the fight. We're really just counting on getting something good after we take out that donkey. Run him down. Pass. Come on. Sorry, donkey. Everyone else goes first, but the ones I want. What do we get? Cross your fingers? Anything? Just food. It's nice that we never have to buy food because we're always just stealing it. But that certainly was not worth it. Alright, pop back in Dornan. Sell that. Not sure how much exactly we made off of that. But enough to adventure for 7 days. We have 8 days worth of provisions. Our armor is repaired. Yeah, I think we're good to go back north and try and find another good fight. Kind of was hoping to see a contract there, but it may take another day or so before it gives us one. We could try and just go straight east, but the more east we go, the more dangerous the fights are going to become. And I'm talking like really dangerous, like we're not ready for at all. We'll start to see scrats and lindworms and big groups of orcs and goblins and things like that. We can't mess with any of that yet. Right now we're wearing basic mail. That's good enough to fight really any raider. And probably some like tier 2 Northman units. Most beasts for sure. And most like zombie fights. But we're not good enough to fight like 27 goblins or something like that. We'll just get wrecked. An abandoned hut. Okay, so some orc young. We fought some orc in the... Well, hold on. Before we do anything, guys, don't hate me. I'm going to save the game. Only because, dudes, if I have to do that, like, outfight again, I would lose my mind. And I totally forgot. I was going to save right after. Oh, there's only 4 of them. That's not bad. With our current, like, bow situation... They're not as dangerous as they otherwise would be, and our weapons are solid. So we're just going to pick them off. Let them come to us. I don't think they're going to run. So let's just let them come. Shield walling isn't going to do much good. because they'll just do that. Yeah, so they got 2 stuns off. Pass there. Step in. Good hit. Let's use adrenaline to make sure we get to go first. Same thing. And that should be 4 really easily killed orcs. He's running. I mean, this battle is over. The battle's over. That was super easy. Our range DPS is super high, even if it's not incredibly accurate. Nice to get 11 tools and not take any damage on that. Now, if we repair this, it'll sell for quite a bit, so I'm happy to do that. Also, let's check out our renown. We're getting there. We're only 100 away. And it looks like some of the cities... Was it said Donnerstad? Where is that? So this place up here isn't all that scared of us anymore. We see that some of the cities aren't hostile anymore. They're just threatening. So it's happening, guys. Awesome. So, Wonton Fu the Faithful, the modest monk, enters your tent with a vial in hand. The flask is topped with a bark stopper and a wreath of greenery, with berries hanging beneath the leaves. Inside the vial is a goldish liquid sloshing about. Whatever it is, it catches any glimpse of light and seems to capture it and swirl it around. He holds it out. Blessed water, sir, to fight the dead that walk again. If only they had that in Game of Thrones, it would have been set. You ask if it's a gift from the old gods. He nods. You ask if it's really a gift from the old gods, though. He purses his lips. No, not exactly. The monasteries know how to make it, but it is an ancient recipe protected under penalty of death. Of course, you thank the man for taking such a risk to contribute, and tell him to put it in the inventory. So even holy men have tricks of the trade. Was that our first holy water? I think it was. One of the benefits of having monks. If you don't have a monk in your party, you can never pick that up. Except at a legendary location named, I think, the Ancient Temple. Ooh. This is a much more dangerous fight. Really and exponentially more dangerous. So the one we fought here was some orc young, but this one also has a couple of berserkers to go with it. I think we can take this fight, but I don't know how much value it's going to be. They're just going to basically give us weapons and things that hopefully are worth some crowns. We're all in good shape. For those of you who don't know, let's check out the flask of blessed water first. It can be thrown. Think of it as almost like a holy hand grenade straight up out of Monty Python. It does like an AoE splash attack that burns and kind of kills the undead. It takes, I think, 3 turns. Yeah, it says 20 damage for 3 turns to any undead target hit. It's pretty useful, but you really got to have the right setup and the right brothers to use it. So check this out. This is definitely going to be our hardest orc fight to date. Yeah, I was expecting 6, maybe 7. But if we can, we want to focus down the berserkers. Super unfortunate for us that the game is seeing fit to give them this kind of cover. We could make good use of it if this wasn't high ground. If this wasn't high ground, I would make like some little concaves here and really make use of the trees and the bushes. Unfortunately, though, it gave them high ground, so I don't want to step anywhere near them. Luckily, we've had 4 misses that have hit a decent target. And I'll feel a lot better about this fight if we can get rid of the berserkers before they're able to do any real damage. Let's actually step back. I don't want to go that far forward. Once they come out into the open, though, we should be fine. They're not going to want to go here or here. They're going to either jump up or they're going to come down. And honestly, if we moved in here, we would have a really good zone of blocking. But we would also probably be blocking our line of sight with our archers. So yeah, even a lot of them can't even attack us yet. He's the only one who can, and we should be able to dispatch him with some archery. Same for this guy. They're both hurt. Alright, quality miss. Step up here, take that kind of a point-blank shot. We'll wait and see how this shakes out. We want this kill, and we got it. Good one. If we can step up, we should. Expected to get that one as well. And in this way, we can kind of keep them boxed in. This spot is basically off limits. Not that they really would want to get into that spot anyway. Let's see what they do. They're either going to go up or they're going to backtrack. Yeah, one backtracker. The terrain and the nighttime and all that stuff has really been making these interesting fights, when otherwise we would probably just be able to shoot these dudes to death. Big hit. We did not get an injury, unfortunately. Take the high ground. Cut his artery and got him bleeding. All very good. And now we can use adrenaline to make sure that we can pop him with our mace. Need to be extremely careful. I've lost really late game brothers to Orc Berserkers. They should not be underestimated. They do so much damage. So they're using huge DPS weapons. And in this instance, they're using two hands on a one-handed weapon, which makes it so that they're doing, I think it's an extra 25% damage with that weapon. And they already have huge stats. No. That's not what I meant to do. We don't really have a good shot anywhere. Can we still get him, though? I think so. If we land this hit. And we do. Alright, so a potentially dangerous fight, mostly because of the terrain. And oh my god, distinguished golden lamellar. An extraordinarily well-crafted piece of lamellar armor. It is covered with beaten gold, which makes it truly stand out. This has got to be one of the best armors in the game. We even picked up more tools. Let me put that in my inventory before I lose my mind. And we're going to save the game again. Because you know what? When you get sick pieces of armor like that, you save the game. Also, I'm saving the game. My internet has been going in and out all morning. I've actually already called about it. And it's bothering the heck out of me. But anyway, everybody's got internet problems. But oh my god. Look at that. Got to give him some more fatigue, but that is pretty sick. And now I think we want to give this to Isaac or switch it up just a little bit. He's already using a male Harburg. He's good to go. Skibo. Man, our entire front line is doing good. So we're even completely out of basic male shirts. We're into full-on male in the back line. Or in the front line, rather. That's solid. I can't even believe that. Let's check this out. 356 durability with a maximum fatigue minus 40, which is pretty poor. But for this level of armor, it's actually not bad. It's pretty much a lower maximum fatigue than most armors you would find at that durability. So it's an amazing piece that I am really happy to get. Also, we have a ton of strange meat in our inventory. Hopefully nobody eats it and no one gluttonous. I don't know if we know anybody like that. So check this out. We went to the top of the mountain just for a moment to see our surroundings. And I think we still have several more days of traveling we can do. Luckily, we've picked up a lot of tools. That's one thing that the orcs are always good for, is dropping tools. I think they drop that at a higher rate than pretty much anyone else. We really want daytime right now. That way when we climb up here... Oh god, no. So check this out, guys. That's what I was talking about. As soon as we go about this distance east, away from all the cities, you start to see places like this. So this is Vargul Blot, a large and foul-smelling sea of tents with a warlord's tent and throne room in the middle, the largest of all. It's home to a whole tribe until they move on to hunt and raid elsewhere. Yeah, if we were at, like max level right now with good armor, we could probably kill these dudes. It would be a tough fight, but as I read it, that's probably about 20 or so orcs. And I've had to kill groups in the 30s before, and been able to do it with a solid team. Right now, though, what we're looking for is something like this. Oh, no. Well, we can't take this on either. Barbarians have flocked to this place and set up camp around a site of worship. A lot of fierce northern warriors are likely to be found nearby. So many Reavers, a few chosen, a drummer, and some warhounds. The warhounds are probably strong, but not that strong. A drummer, not really a combatant. But we haven't even faced Reavers yet, and already we'd be fighting chosen. So Reavers, I think, are kind of like berserkers, or more like, what would be a better... I think the chosen are very close to orc warriors. And the Reavers would be kind of like raider tiers. We're not ready. I wanted to fight some Northmen, but that's not a fight we can take. If some of them wanted to come out in a smaller group and fight us, even if they were higher tier, I would still consider it. Can we find some Northmen? How many is that? 8? Yeah, that's a few Reavers and some Thralls. It doesn't favor us to fight them at night. But they're heading towards town. They're making us chase them a little bit. Our big advantage is our ranged weaponry, so losing that in this type of fight is rough. But this is going to be our first time engaging Reavers. So let's check out the kind of gear that Reavers have to differentiate them. I'm seeing big throwing weapons. That's going to hurt. That's a Reaver. They've got the throwing axes that the barbarians use. And our chances to hit are not good, thanks to nighttime, as I've said. Every brother in the front is going to use a shield wall, and we've missed every single attack. Well, it's just luck. Normally, in daytime, we probably would have killed 2 of these guys already. Certainly, we could have killed 2 unarmored thralls. But they're going to be able to sit back with throwing weapons. They probably won't be able to hit us. Thankfully, we've shield walled our entire front line with kite shields. And it's nighttime for them as well. So I really hope they won't be able to hit us. I don't think they should be able to. And also remember that because we're standing side by side, we're receiving a pretty powerful additional bonus to our shield wall. That's the weapon we were most worried about, and it just kind of harmlessly skitters off. There we go. Let's get at least one kill. Two kills. Nice. I need to turn the music up next time. Remind me in the comment section. I don't know. I wish we were doing this live so I could be like, remind me, guys. But I would love it if we could, if I could remember to turn up the music before we fight the Northmen, because I just want to shut up and listen to it for like an entire battle. And I don't know how loud it comes through in the video. I feel like it's pretty quiet. Nice. Man, our barbarians are facing their own now. We're going to go for that Reaver. He's definitely the biggest threat. Oh, wow, and we wreck him. Yeah, if we step forward, we get nothing. And the Thane is resplendent in his golden armor. All he needs now is a worthy weapon. Yeah, this ended up working both ways. I mean, the fact that they keep going for Sir Lancel. I think even Sir Lancel has ridiculous range defense as well. Pass. Point blank shot. And everyone who's not already immediately in combat, basically I'm just going to leave them alone. Till we see how the board shakes out. Yeah, we're not made for fighting in snow yet. We're going to need to get Pathfinder if we want to be spending a lot of time in the north. And I really do. So I think that's something that I'm going to prioritize pretty soon. Oh, and he's trying to break our kite shield. What a jerk. Stepped in the deep snow there. They're going to have to switch weapons. Wow, he switched and he still hit us twice. Yep, there goes one kite shield. I think we have a backup. That's an axe hammer. I mean, we had two of those at one point. Get a great surround here. Use adrenaline to make sure we go first. Whew. Yeah, should definitely just take the kill before he gets a chance to attack. Boy, that's some serious natural evasion they have. I don't remember exactly what all kind of powers that they possess. They definitely can use adrenaline, some form of adrenaline. The drummers also keep them topped off in terms of fatigue. Okay, that's one guy down. We just got the bear claw buddy. Dang, definitely should have used adrenaline there. Pop it now. See if we can get the kill. The Thane does not get him. And he's going to get a chance to retaliate. Down they go. So our first ever Reaver kills. Small enough numbers that they weren't a huge threat. We took all their furs, scrap metal armor, a bead necklace, and what else? Bone figurines. I think these are both just straight up to sell. And getting some tools and ammunition also feels pretty nice. I think we could take one more fight if we can find it. We leveled up on Sir Lancel. Happy to see that. And what do we want to take on him? First things first, let's get our melee skill up. Great 4 roll in fatigue there. And I think we take another 3 roll in melee defense. Had this been like a 5 or something, I probably would have taken it. And now Sir Lancel. We could either go Steel Brow, Pathfinder, Adrenaline. I kind of like getting Adrenaline on him as well. It's almost like he learned from his brother, Jotnar. I like it. Very cool. And I'm pretty much set on Pathfinder. I just hope that I don't have to forego some really valuable abilities for it. We're hoping to take maybe one more Northerner fight. One more Barbarian fight. Maybe even have an event here where we can recruit a Barbarian. Some Thralls and a few Warhounds. So this is the type of fight we'd also like to take. And boy, would I love to get some Warhounds. I don't know where to get them other than perhaps a Northern Kennel. But it still hurts me that we lost Fenrir in our first battle. He probably helped keep a brother alive, but still. And now that we can actually see, our crossbows can do serious work. $56, 62. Wow, what a good miss. I'll take that. And the war dog goes down. We're going to step in on these dudes. We're not super scared. Basically, it's going to prevent him from turning around and throwing stuff at us. Can't step because of the snow. And there is different kinds of snow. There's light snow and then there's kind of heavy snow. It is good to be aware of where you're stepping. So we're fighting dudes with antlers and bear claws for weapons. The odds are certainly in our favor. Maybe we get lucky and get some more shiny stuff. Pop adrenaline. I'm pretty much sold on adrenaline as a skill. If you're like on the fence about it, I could definitely see having an entire front line outfitted with that. I'm not sure what the best accompanying skills are for it. Haven't really theory crafted too much about like who is the perfect type of brother to have that. But it probably wouldn't be too hard to do. Because it's like someone with high initiative kind of doesn't need it already, so it's really good on brothers that you think are going to have really heavy armor. So some more crowns is also nice because it's going to let us stay out here longer. The general idea was to hang out until our packs were full. That way when we return home we can... Oh god. So if we thought that was tough, the Ancestors City, this is a barbarian war camp. Barbarians have flocked to this place and set up camp around a site of worship. So a few thralls, some reavers, a few drummers, a beastmaster, and a few armored unholds. Nah. We're not ready. Our armor and our weapons are not good enough. Our brothers are not heavily leveled enough. It's starting to make this look like a more feasible type of fight. Who's this? Many thralls? We could take that fight, but I was mostly excited about the other fight because of the potential for some sort of unique loot. But here, I think we just take Battle Forged or Berserk. Actually, we'll go for Berserk first on the backliners because it's more likely to come into play. Full roll and fatigue. Yeah, we still don't have quick hands. 4 and 4. Solid. Quick hands on Eugene. Let's just get Berserk. We'll come back and get quick hands, but for the moment, he's just a really solid archer. I don't want to go way out of my way to attack 8 barbarians. We also don't want to walk this close, because what will happen sometimes, they'll send out a small group of guys. You'll fight them, but they'll be so close to the city that they also pull in the city garrison, and then you get wrecked. So let's avoid that. We can take some time to explore a little bit. Maybe we find a unique location. You never know. Some unique locations we don't really want to find. And some are probably like way out here. But maybe we run across some beasts or something. But it's pretty much the end of today's episode, but I was hoping to kind of get us back to town and sell. But we're running out of gold. Yeah, we only have 2 days worth. Many ancient legionaries. We could probably take that fight. Oh god, we're almost out of food. Yeah, that was a mistake. We need to get back to town as fast as possible. It's going to be a nail biter. That's why you got to have a lot of supplies. We have enough to pay. We might have to take this fight just to hope to get some food or something. Everyone's becoming unhappy. Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to call it here. That's going to be a bit of a cliffhanger. As to whether or not we start having serious problems. We don't want deserters. We're so close to Dornan. We can get there soon. Oh, man. Ugh. We've only got 1 day left. I think we're just about fine. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We had a lot of really sweet fights today. Our first Reaver fight, a decent-sized orc battle, and what else did we do? Oh yeah, we killed Alps. Jesus Christ, it's been so long since the beginning of the episode. I forgot we had killed Alps. But yeah, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett, and as always, I will see you in the next one, y'all. Take care, and one last look at the distinguished golden landlord. All right, later, y'all.